And it looked like Caitlin Clark is definitely entertaining the idea of teaming up with none other than superstar player Sabrina Ionescu. Guys, now I am here to tell you there has been strong speculation that Caitlin Clark wants to team up with none other than superstar basketball player Sabrina Ionescu. Now, I'm not saying this is facts, but it's looking real spooky.
Sabrina Ionescu shocked the WNBA world with just 4 words. She means so much.
You know, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing, and I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in Indy right now, regardless of if she's playing or not.
In a league where most players either ignore or resent Caitlin Clark, this praise from Liberty superstar Ionescu wasn't just unexpected, it changed everything. But why now? And what really happened in that tunnel after the game? Was it genuine respect, strategic recruiting, or a subtle message to the Indiana Fever front office that the Liberty are ready to pounce if they fumble Clark's future?
Check your pockets. Make sure, hey, they will take your lunch money. I got 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York, New York. Hey, look, listen, hey, don't get mad at me. Indiana Fever, don't get mad at me. I came to the Fever with Caitlin. If Caitlin get snatched by the New York Liberty, I'm from New York, New York.
Whatever it was, this moment flipped the entire narrative. For months now, Caitlin Clark has been carrying the WNBA on her back, selling out arenas, spiking TV ratings, and dragging the Indiana Fever into playoff contention. And yet, from players and coaches alike, she's received a cold shoulder at best and blatant disrespect at worst.
This is how it starts in sports. This is how it starts in the NFL. This is how it starts in the NBA. When you start seeing the wheels in motion, there's signs. There's signs before eventually a player gets traded. A player eventually marks their next destination. The Indiana Fever, you're on notice. You're on notice. You better recognize what you've got going on, the asset in front of you, and you do whatever you have to do to correct what is happening.
Let's not forget, Clark was voted 9th among guards for the All-Star game by the players. 9th.
Of course, Caitlin won the fan vote, which counts 50%. She finished 3rd among guards in the media vote. Okay. Yet, according to the great Dick Vitale, the players voted her 9th among guards. That was the other 25% of the vote. And did that ever enrage Dickie V, who posted this on social media? Absolutely pure jealousy, all caps, that WNBA players voted Caitlin Clark the 9th best guard. Someday they will realize what she has done for all of the players in the WNBA. Chartered planes, increase in salaries, sold out crowds, improved TV ratings.
Despite leading the league in minutes, assists, and breaking rookie scoring records, off the court, she's been shoved, targeted, and taunted, sometimes with no foul calls, sometimes with no consequences. While fans adore her and brands line up to sponsor her, her peers seem determined to pretend like she's not the most important player in the league. And then, the New York Liberty flipped the script.
So, lads, there is a WNBA team that have been very, very, very much in, like, they made it clear that they want Caitlin Clark, or they're eventually going to want Caitlin Clark. Along those lines, they made it very, very clear. And that team is the New York Liberty. And today, we have just seen the New York Liberty players, after the game, meeting up with Caitlin Clark. It is Stewie, it is Sabrina Ionescu, there is Sandy Brondolo. And by the way, Stewie is not leaving New York the rest of her career. That is one thing that I will be 99% sure of. That Stewie is not leaving. New York. Sabrina is not going to leave New York. I think there is a 50-50 chance Caitlin Clark leaves Indiana after her rookie season.
After a hard-fought game against the Fever, Liberty stars Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart were spotted in the tunnel, standing with Caitlin Clark and her agent. The images went viral almost instantly.
Listen, I'm not saying it's everything, but it damn sure ain't nothing. I think it's more like something. I think it's something, y'all. We better pay close attention to this. If I'm the Indiana Fever, you better tighten up. You better get your act together, Amber Cox, Kelly Cross-Koff, Stephanie White. Caitlin Clark might be on her way out. She let it be known. Y'all saw her trade Cheryl Reeves on national TV for Sammy Brondillo. Y'all saw her trade Cheryl Reeves for the Liberty coach on national TV and flat out humiliate Cheryl Reeves.
Now, this wasn't some friendly post-game chat. Clark's agent being there changes the entire context. That's not small talk. That's business. And what followed next made the moment even more explosive.
The New York Liberty have let it be known long ago that they want Caitlin Clark. Have you seen the New York Liberty playing dirty against Caitlin Clark? No. Have you seen them flagrant fouling and knocking her all over the place? No. They playing a long game. While the Fever and everybody else is playing checkers, the Liberty been playing chess this whole goddamn time. The New York Liberty put on the full court press for Caitlin Clark. Y'all see that lady in the white pants, in the blue shirt next to Brianna Stewart? You know who that is? To the left, you know who that is? That's Caitlin Clark's agent. They even got the agent in on it, y'all. They building. They are prepping to get Caitlin Clark to the New York Liberty. Statue of Liberty. Uh-oh.
Instead of dodging the questions or downplaying the interaction, Liberty players stepped up and publicly praised Clark. Brianna Stewart called her a knockdown shooter, a player with incredible range and constant court awareness. But most importantly, she used a word that's been missing from every other locker room in the league: respect.
Okay, so the conversation around Caitlin, obviously, here we go. Let's do it. You guys hate her? That's what I heard. I heard you hate her.
That's a word on the street.
I heard everybody hates her.
Oh my God. No way.
That's what people
That's
how it feels. That's how it feels in Indiana.
No.
No, I mean, I think I'm happy for her to be in this league, obviously. I'm happy that she's brought a whole bunch of new eyes along with Angel Reese and continuing to bring those fans. I mean, to be at the Fever game and for the game to be sold out like that, I'm not sure if every single one after has been sold out, but I know it's been close. And she's gonna turn into a really, really great pro. But also people need to give her a little bit of time to be up and down and kind of figure it out, and also realize like there's an adjustment when you go from college to pro in any level. But as you could see, her last game, she had like 30 points and she's starting to get more comfortable.
She's a great player, Stewart said. Up here, it's respect. And then came Sabrina. Remember, Ionescu isn't just a Liberty icon. She was once seen as the next great hope of women's basketball, the college phenom who broke records at Oregon, the player many thought would reshape the league. Now, she's showing love to the new face of the sport and doing it publicly. In her post-game comments, Sabrina said she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're good friends. Like, I've been able to talk to her a lot kind of through this, process. Just trying to be that kind of soundboard for her and that voice, having gone through something kind of similar. And, knowing obviously it's really unfortunate that we don't have her, but, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing. And I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in Indy right now, regardless of if she's playing or not.
She acknowledged the Clark effect. She admitted Caitlin's presence goes beyond the box score, that even when Clark isn't on the floor, the crowd still feels her impact. And just like that, Ionescu went from silent rival to vocal supporter. The timing couldn't be more strategic. While most of the league is still trying to downplay Clark's success, the Liberty are showing her what it feels like to be embraced, what it feels like to be wanted, what it feels like to be respected, not resented. And it's not just talk. Coach Sandy Brondello said she'd happily hand Clark the coaching hat while she recovers from injury.
Coach, obviously Caitlin Clark out of the game, but she's expressed
Have you gotten anything about maybe her traits as a coach?
Yeah, not yet. No, obviously unfortunate about Caitlin's not into this game, but she's going to still have a great impact on this team. I will give the coaching hat to her as much as she wants, to be quite honest. So, we're going to play around with it a little bit. It'll be fun to... I think you've seen it with the Fever. She's been very active on the sideline when she wasn't playing, so we'll utilise that as well.
She acknowledged Clark's IQ, leadership, and sideline presence, not as a rookie learning the ropes, but as a basketball mind worth listening to. So let's be honest, that tunnel moment wasn't just a post-game gesture. It was a recruiting pitch, delivered with smiles and eye contact and the presence of Clark's agent. And guess what? Caitlin Clark was all smiles too. Despite the loss, despite the drama, despite all the noise, that kind of energy says everything. It says, this is a team that sees me. It says, this is a team that doesn't just tolerate my spotlight, they amplify it. And for fans watching closely, the message is loud and clear. The Liberty aren't playing checkers, they're playing chess. While other teams are busy targeting Clark on the court, New York is planning their next dynasty. And they know exactly who the missing piece is. Imagine Caitlin Clark running pick and rolls with Brianna Stewart. Imagine a backcourt of Clark and Ionescu, both elite passers, both deep-range shooters, both unselfish playmakers. Imagine a team built to support her instincts, not limit them. A coach who draws up plays around her, not minute restrictions to control her. It's a fantasy for now. But it's the kind of future Clark has earned. She's not just a rookie anymore. She's a franchise-altering, league-changing, ticket-selling superstar. And the Liberty are smart enough to treat her like one. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever, they've been handed the golden goose, and they don't seem to know what to do with it. 2 seasons in, and they're still figuring out how to use her. She's voiced her frustration with minute restrictions. She's been visibly annoyed on the court, and now she's spending time after games bonding with a rival team that clearly gets it. And fans are watching. When a generational player starts smiling more around her rivals than around her own team, something's brewing. Make no mistake, the Liberty have made their move. The praise from Sabrina Ionescu wasn't just admiration, it was a calculated statement. A statement to the fans, a statement to the league, and most importantly, a statement to Caitlin Clark. We see you. We value you. We're ready when you are. So the question is no longer whether the Liberty want Caitlin Clark. The question is, how long until she wants them back? Because if Indiana keeps fumbling this opportunity, keeps surrounding her with resistance instead of support, it's not a matter of if Clark leaves. It's a matter of when. And when she does, the WNBA won't just have a new super team, it'll have a new standard, because respect is powerful. And when Sabrina Ionescu gave it to Caitlin Clark, she wasn't just being kind, she was being smart. If you're still watching, drop Clark to Liberty in the comments, because let's be honest, they might already treat her like one of their own.
Caitlin Clark to the New York Liberty? Confirmed? You guys? For real? So lads, every single team in the WNBA wants Caitlin Clark on their team. Except for maybe the Indiana Fever. But at the end of the day, it's very clear that a lot of teams are trying to get Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA is officially in panic mode. Leaked footage just exposed New York Liberty's head coach targeting Caitlin Clark, and her agent was right there.
Well, we're going to talk about this little scene that took place after the Fever game last night in New York between Sandy Branadello and Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty, and the agent. The agent. That is what makes this so interesting.
This wasn't a handshake. It wasn't small talk. It looked like a full-on recruitment meeting, caught on camera. And now the Indiana Fever are scrambling, Liberty fans are celebrating, and everyone is asking, is Caitlin Clark already planning her escape?
Went viral over a photo that has been displayed with her and Sandy Bardello. Yes, of the New York Liberty. There is a photo that is floating around, which we're about to pick up, and many people is insinuating that Caitlin Clark could be trying to plan the outs of Indiana. Yes. People is already saying that Caitlin Clark could be trying to get the hell out of Indiana, bro.
It all started with a simple video. Caitlin Clark in the tunnel at Barclays Center, surrounded by Liberty head coach Sandy Brondello, MVP Brianna Stewart, sharpshooter Sabrina Ionescu, and yes, her agent, Erin Kane, not just standing nearby, right in the mix.
All right, everybody's concentrating on, by the way, Caitlin Clark looks unbelievably happy talking to these folks. But this is how it starts in sports. This is how it starts in the NFL. This is how it starts in the NBA. When you start seeing the wheels in motion, there's signs. There's signs before eventually a player gets traded. A player eventually marks their next destination. The Indiana Fever, you're on notice. You're on notice. You better recognize what you've got going on, the asset in front of you, and you do whatever you have to do to correct what is happening.
And they weren't just chatting. Sandy had her hand on Clark's shoulder. Everyone was smiling, relaxed, comfortable. It didn't look like a loss. It looked like a pitch.
Okay. So it said New York Liberty sent the blitz. Sandy, Sap, and Stewie are all talking to Caitlin Clark in the tunnel. So my guess is this right here happened at the conclusion of the game. This, my friends, is currently going viral all over social media right now. That is Caitlin Clark immediately after the game. Now, what's crazy is that her team lost the damn game, but Caitlin is all smiles. She's all smiles. She's all smiles. So many people is insinuating. They're insinuating that Caitlin Clark could be trying to get the hell out of Indy.
And fans noticed immediately. Why was Clark smiling so much after a loss? Why was her agent there? Why did it feel like a team meeting?
And there you see it. Sandy Brondello, hand on Caitlin Clark's shoulder. Brianna Stewart there. Sabrina Ionescu there. The Caitlin Clark's agent, Erin Kane, is there. But Sandy Brondello did show legitimate love to Caitlin Clark. I mean, Caitlin, speculating about Caitlin Clark playing for a team in the future is just silly at this juncture. But the Liberty have shown her love. We've seen that as a bit of a theme. There was the moment between Stewie and Clark when Clark came back from injury the first time. And then there was some nice words. I missed the moment myself of them posted up there for a second. But there were some nice words from Liberty coach Sandy Brondello that I did capture.
Because here's the truth. This wasn't a one-off moment. This footage hit hard because the tension was already boiling. Let's rewind. Stephanie White, the Fever's head coach, was asked about Clark winning WNBA Player of the Year at the ESPYs.
I've heard about it, but during the game, Caitlin got honored as the WNBA Player of the Year in the ESPYs. Just what does it mean to have her impact so far? I mean, there are a lot of really good players in this league, and she got honored as the best player in the league by the ESPYs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she continues to get new awards. She continues to break barriers. She continues to do things that we haven't seen before. I mean, obviously you think about the Stewie's MVPs of the league and, championship winners, and Asia's MVPs of the league and championship winners, and of course Sue Bird, who was sitting, in.
Instead of celebrating her own player, she rattled off names like Brianna Stewart, Aja Wilson, and Sue Bird before she even mentioned Clark.
An epic rookie season. Caitlin Clark, in her first eligible year, wins an ESPY award for WNBA Player of the Year. This comes as no surprise. Stephanie White gets asked about it in a post-game interview, and she names about 15 people before giving credit where credit is due. Typical old guard stubbornness that we've gotten used to at this point. And after the game, Sabrina Ionescu says, "Hey, Caitlin, come to the back with us real quick," only for Caitlin Clark to see Sandy Brondello standing there, Brianna Stewart standing there, and her agent all lying in wait to pounce on the opportunity to sell Caitlin Clark on the New York Liberty. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
That's not a coach showing support. That's a coach sending a message. And it's not just that. White keeps emphasizing how Clark's team makes the decisions. Not Indiana, not management. When asked about Clark playing in the All-Star game, she said, "Those are conversations Caitlin will have with her group. I probably won't be a part of those."
People are dancing, people are drinking, people are interacting with each other. And let's not forget, prior to this weekend, people were saying the All-Star game shouldn't be in Indiana. They were saying the Indiana FIBA fans were racist. Some people were saying the basketball players weren't safe. So we can clip all that now because people are literally having the time of their lives. Angel Reese tweeted out, "We're in Indiana, but it feels like we're in Miami." So we should never have to hear this stupid narrative ever again about Indiana. I'm still disgusted that there was actually an investigation on Indiana. It's wild.
If you're the face of the franchise and your own coach doesn't speak for you, something is wrong. Clark's role has shifted constantly. Her minutes go up and down. The system doesn't play to her strengths. They promised a fast-paced offense. What she got was a slow, grinding half-court slog. Meanwhile, she's leading the league in jersey sales, breaking TV records, packing arenas. And the Fever? They're still treating her like just another rookie.
The New York Liberty sent their mascot in. The New York Liberty sent their mascot to try recruit Caitlin Clark. We've never seen that before. I don't think we have ever seen that before. I don't think we've ever seen that before. We have never seen a mascot be sent in. They are pushing hard. They are doing everything they can. It's like, you know what? It's going to be a bit obvious if we start sending our players around her.
Now look at New York. The Liberty have praised Caitlin all season. They've avoided the bruising, physical play others use to slow her down. They've respected her game, her brand, and her impact. Sandy Brondello. She's coached legends like Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner. She knows how to unleash superstars, not silence them. The Liberty roster is stacked. Stewart, Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, Natasha Cloud, and behind the scenes, they're stashing elite European talent on rookie deals, building a dynasty. If Clark were to join them, it wouldn't just be a good fit. It would be the perfect one.
About Caitlin Clark, just magically finding her way in New York one day. She doesn't like how things are going. The Fever continue to just act foolish. They don't realize what they have. I'm telling you, New York will realize what they got. New York will realize what they got with Caitlin Clark. And I know Erin Kane probably understands that too. She might not be a good agent, but sometimes common sense is that blatant. Where it doesn't matter how bad your agent is. Oh, well, you're in New York, Nike. They just sidestep Erin Kane and just go to the source directly. Nike, they don't even bother waiting for Asia Wilson and say, Caitlin Clark, get in line. No, Caitlin Clark, oh, you're in New York, here comes your shoe. Here comes your signature shoe. Here comes your clothing line. You need a headband line, here comes your headband line. You want a golf club? How about we just give you a whole line of golf clubs straight? You want a golf ball? Here, you'll get a golf ball too. Caitlin Clark, some golf shoes. Oh, we could get Caitlin Clark some golf shoes. Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, this is great. Caitlin Clark, oh yeah, a poster on Times Square, okay. Okay, a projection on Caitlin Clark on the Empire State Building. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. A huge banner on the Freedom Tower. Oh, that's cool too. That's cool. A meet and greet at the Edge. Oh yeah. A lot of opportunities in New York, folks. A lot of opportunities in New York.
Imagine this: Caitlin Clark running point at Barclays Center. Her passing feeding Stewart's versatility. Her range creating chaos for defenses. Now imagine the brand opportunities. Late night interviews, Madison Avenue commercials, Nike billboards in Times Square. That's not a dream. That's New York. But here's where it gets serious. That video in the tunnel, it might have crossed the line into tampering. The WNBA has strict rules. No team can recruit a player under contract. But what if there's no audio, no formal offer, just a smiling chat with a coach and an agent? The league probably won't punish it, but the optics, they're awful. A superstar, her agent, a rival coach, all talking, smiling, looking way too comfortable right after a game. This wasn't casual. It was calculated. And here's the twist. Caitlin Clark doesn't have to do anything. Her rookie contract runs just 3 to 4 years. After that, she walks into free agency with the biggest leverage the WNBA has ever seen. And if Indiana doesn't fix this fast, she'll leave. Quietly, powerfully, on her own terms. Liberty insiders say Stewart and Ionescu would take pay cuts just to make it happen. Why? Because they know what's at stake. A Clark-Stewart-Ionescu trio would break the WNBA. It would dominate headlines, crush ratings, and become the team every star wants to join. The Fever would be forgotten. So let's be clear, that tunnel video wasn't just a moment. It was a message, a glimpse into a future where Clark is finally treated like the face of the league. If Indiana can't protect her, build around her, and unleash her, someone else will. And that someone might already be waiting in the shadows of Barclays Center. What do you think? Was this innocent, or was this the beginning of a massive WNBA power shift? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive breakdowns. Because this league, it's changing. And Caitlin Clark is leading that change, with or without the Fever.